if I win, basically what's gonna happen is...
If you make terms, I will not play.
No, I'm making terms. If I win,
Rin?
I want you to tell me something about yourself.
Very well. You can pick one thing and I will tell you the truth.
Okay. What if you win?
If you win, I get to go home.
Not allowed to go home.
That's what the headmaster said. Check. Actually, checkmate.
Oh, is that checkmate already?
Fuck!
Let me see this. Yeah, that is. Well done.
It's a good game, Rin. You played well.
Is that your first loss?
I mean,
I think
you
second.
count Gavin, I guess. I fought this one and this one, king and queen, and the opposite thing, so I played the whole game.
Yeah, I've gotten them mixed up before. Well, look, what?
I guess
This one
it's
has
my
a-
first official win.
Official loss.
Official, I know.
I'll be back.
It only makes the brewers stronger. Hey, look, I've lost to you how many times?
4 times.
Would you believe me if I told you that was on purpose?
Nope. I'm just getting really bad at it.
Well played, Rin.
Guess you get to go home now.
Come with me.
I'm not in trouble, am I?
No. I was just leaving something here to come pick up before I go home. We can go... Let me think. Come.
Why are we here?
Privacy. Alright, you may ask your one question, and I shall give you an answer.
I didn't win.
True. You lost, and miserably. But that's how we learn. So for your effort, and because you are a very adept and skilled player, I shall give you a consolation prize anyway. Plus the cake was really good. So,
Yeah, I know.
one question, Rin, and I'll answer it truthfully, and that's it. Then I have to get going. It's getting late.
If you can go back to any point in your life, change something you think, a mistake, something, what would it be?
You could ask me literally anything. And that's what you want to ask?
It's a bad question. I cannot default.
I promised I would answer truthfully. I like to at least keep my word. All right. There was a point in my life where I was very fearful of death, that I was unwilling to accept it, especially when it came to my family. I sought to vie against it to stop it. And as I had said before, I had traveled to many different places, pleading and begging and researching, trying so hard to find an answer to this elder bloom. But as you know, same as anyone else, it never worked. I should have understood that the reason why life is so precious is because once it is gone, it is gone. And we cherish those who are close to us, because once their time comes, they will be taken from us. And every little thing that they have done, every little way that they have touched our lives or influenced our lives, it should live in your heart. And that's how they stay alive. You keep the memory alive. I hadn't quite understood that yet. I was a younger man, much younger. And I believed that pursuing life and keeping the person and people that you love alive was more important than cherishing what you had. You've seen the clones that I make of myself to carry out my tasks, and the things that I need to do. I cannot be everywhere at once, and they are more or less easy to use. But they are not corporeal all the time, or if they are, it's only partial so they can carry out physical tasks, so I may be elsewhere. If one was to put too much energy into one of these illusions, it could very much and very well be made corporeal. It could very well be made into reality itself. I won't call it a forbidden practice. It isn't. It's advised against because such a thing is very deadly, as it could cost someone their life. I was foolish and young. As I lived in my home back then alone, that had once housed my entire family, both my wife and my daughter, Silbren and Arvella. The sadness had gotten to me, and looking through their things made it unbearable. So one day I sat down and I did something that I will always regret. I told myself that no matter what the cost was, I needed them. For several years of my young adult life, I lived a lie. I gave up large parts of myself to sustain a real illusion. to bring the memories of my daughter and my wife into form. I sacrificed much. How much of my own life, I do not know. But they were there in front of me, just as I remembered. And I lived like that. Happy. I was happy. For a time. But I realized it was a lie. What I had done was unspeakable. I had desecrated the very thing that I should have cherished and not tried to recreate. I had essentially attempted to forget about the real family I had. And over time I realized they were too perfect. I had only remembered what I wanted to remember, and that is how they were. And that was not them. I could not come to grips with this for years. I tried to bury it. I tried to tell myself to just be grateful and thankful for the power that I have, that I could quietly try to live a life with a family that was ripped away from me unfairly. But I could not. No matter how much joy it had brought, it was a temporary one. They were dead. They were long gone. Sent to the sea like all the others. When I finally understood the gravitas of my mistake, and how much I had disrespected those who were actually the ones that I had loved, I dispelled them both. It was the hardest thing of my life. How cruel the gods can be to not make me say goodbye once, but twice. If I could go back in time, I would tell myself it's not worth it. That I need to cherish what I had. And that no perversion of life, no recreation of life, no attempt to get back what is being taken or was taken is worth destroying what they were. That is what I regret most.
Sorry.
You have your answer.
You're like a dad to me. I mean, remind me of the lieutenant.
Thanks, God.
I know it's only been a couple of weeks and
You are such a foolish girl. I am a withered old man, a husk of what I once was.
You're Albert.
I also destroy everything I touch.
Hurry.
It's alright. It's alright. It is alright.
Please just forget what I said or something. I didn't mean it.
It's alright.
I'm good at bed.
Besides, it's not fair of me to lament over the dead when there is someone alive and deserving in front of me. Thank you for a wonderful birthday.
Moldy and gross and disgusting.
Oh well. I'll take it home to Concordia with me, along with that wonderful picture. All right.
Yeah. Good night. Happy birthday.
Good night, Irinarya.